Right, so clearly this cow has got a serious issue. Just look at the height of the back of this foot. This heel is massively overgrown because she's avoiding putting all of the weight on here, meaning that it's not overgrown, but it is underworn, and hopefully in this video we're going to do something about it. This is the Hoof GP.
And I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you.
Good morning, what a beautiful day. It is absolutely stunning here in southwest Scotland today, and we are on our way to trim at a farm that I actually grew up on. The farm that we used to own but sold when Daddy Dearest popped his clogs. Anyway, we have got about 25 beautiful beef cattle to trim, so let's get this coffee down our neck, get dressed and get on the road.
My harmonies are broken, it's like I lost my wings. My heart is only playing on a single string. I gambled every token, I thought that we could win, but still my heart is playing on a single string.
On a day like today, the beauty here in southwest Scotland never fails to blow me away. It's absolutely stunning, and believe it or not, this is the house that I grew up in with my 4 brothers and sisters, and every time I see it, it almost brings a tear to my eye. This is the farm where I lived until the age of about 14 or 15 when my father passed away. This is where all of my childhood memories were formed, where we played and where we laughed and where I learned to love cows. This place will always have a place in my heart and will always truly feel like home. Its rugged beauty isn't fantastic for farming, but it did make for an incredible place to grow up.
And I wished upon the stars when suddenly I heard you sing. My harmonies are broken, it's like I lost my wings. My heart is only playing on a single string.
Just like that we are here. It's very noisy because obviously they are renovating the farm. It's been in dire need of it. 26 years since I lived here. Things have changed a lot, although to be totally honest, when I was here nothing was ever overly modern. We do have about 25 cows to do, and it's going to be a little bit fiddly to get them in. So because they're renovating the farm, the setup isn't fantastic, so we're going to have to try to kind of cowboy things together to get them into the back of the race. And beef cows are notoriously hard work because they're not worked with all that often. So basically we're trying to create a U kind of sequence. We'll run the cows down one side of this, they'll follow it right round and hopefully straight back up the race. That's the idea anyway. Should work. Don't get us on camera. Try to get a little gate so I can put behind them so they feel like that's the only place they can go.
Spending an extra 5 or 10 minutes setting up can be tedious, but it is worth its weight in gold if it makes the job run more smoothly, which I always think it does.
Right, so 24 of them to do. It shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so Kevin is going to attempt to get these up the race. I actually think it'll work really well, not just make do. I think it'll actually work well. But we'll see. So a lot of these cows are out. They live a really naturalistic lifestyle here on the knock. As you saw from the drone footage, it's a kind of wild and windswept place. But because the ground's so soft, they don't wear their feet down, which is why we need to routine trim them to cut back that overgrowth. Take this girl for instance. Not much wrong with it, but you can see this outer claw is definitely overgrown, and that has caused a little bit of a problem here in the heel. Meaning if we don't intervene right now, it will become a serious issue. Although right on cue, as I've said that, I can see she's got a bit of dermatitis attacking that problem. Right, let's get at it.
We could run away. You and me together, baby, we don't gotta stay. Let's lose our minds. We could go crazy and leave it all behind. It could be glorious, glorious.
Now that that's in place, we've removed the bulk of the hoof horn. All we need to do is tidy up around this lesion, taking the weight off this, getting rid of this detached hoof horn and cleaning it out, whilst treating it topically will completely heal this in one foul swoop.
I often see the perfectly logical question in the comment section: what would happen if these cows were in the wild? They would never have got these problems in the first place. Well, that is simply incorrect. It's been proven time and time again that wild elk and deer suffer from these exact afflictions. The only difference is there's no one to fix them and heal them, so inevitably they become prey.
Lovely. Next fruit. Most of these cows' feet will just be like this. Just a bit of routine work to make sure they don't go lame. Lovely.
And just like that, this cow will live to fight another day, and it's on to cow number 2 and the rest of these patiently waiting beautiful beef cows. That's a topper.
Full of stones as well. Listen to them all. When a cow has long foot like this, it's almost always the case that there's a real problem that's caused that long foot. It's not just an overgrown foot, and that's why she's in. Sometimes it is, but very rarely.
Take that, please.
Sorry, is my helmet getting in your way, Graham?
Aye, a wee bit.
Well, stop looking at it then.
Sorry.
How rude. You can see a problem up in there.
I showed you earlier how naturally wild this farm is, and that's exactly what has caused the problem with this cow's feet. A stone has completely penetrated through the solar part of her hoof, causing this issue. This is a natural problem, which we are fixing in an unnatural way, through human intervention.
So just trimming her foot back like this makes it look much better, and she would be more comfortable straight away. But the guys in the background right now are attaching a block so that we can fix that inner claw. You see, it's not just overgrown for no good old reason. It's overgrown because of the problem on our axial wall, and with the aid of this block, we're gonna fix it. So you can see all this gunk and goo up in there. That is where the problem is. By removing the weight from that, oh, there's stones up in there too. Oh, little black pebbles.
I told you.
By removing the weight from this area and the detached hoof horn, I expect it to heal up nicely. But it is a particularly nasty place to get any sort of problem. Just get right in there. All of that sludge coming out is manure and literally mud from the walking around on the sodden earth here. We'll just spray this down with iodine and leave her to it. We don't want to put bandages on here if we can help it. But outside and the fresh air is the best thing for it.
Had we not intervened, a problem like that would only worsen over time. But bringing her in prematurely, too soon, upsetting the balance and taking her away from her calf constantly to check their feet would also be slightly detrimental to her.
Back to the routine stuff.
It's a funny old world we live in. I've found myself back here on this farm trimming cows' feet a few times over the last couple of years, and every time I'm here, my mind drifts back to when I was a child playing in the fields and the sheds surrounding where I am right now. Back to when my father was here working. He was only a couple of years older than I am now when he passed away. He worked with cows very similar to this. So I find it strange that although I thought I was going to grow up and take this farm over when I was older, the story completely changed, but yet I still find myself back here in amongst these really familiar sheds that were in my family for so long. I genuinely wonder what my father would have thought of me now. Hoof trimming has given me and my family an incredible life, and I'm incredibly grateful and thankful for that. But I often wonder what would have happened if my father hadn't passed away, if everything hadn't gone to complete and utter ruin. Would I be farming this farm? Would I have made a go of it? Would we still have the pedigree, Charlie, beautiful white cattle that we had then? I guess we'll never know. But as I've grown older, it's something that crosses my mind more and more every day.
You see, cows like to follow each other, and they'll also follow railings. So if you make the entrance at the end of the railing in a circle, then they will follow that right round and hopefully go up there, which is why I was fairly confident this setup would work. It's quite a sore foot. Deep crack, so that's a white line crack, and look, when I trim this away, watch, the amount that'll come away will be substantial. You're okay, lass, you're okay. Absolutely compacted with dirt. This is soil though, earth, it's not poop. These cows are outside on the fields here, so any little problem gets filled up with dirt. A lot of people say, oh, cows get these problems because they're standing in their own manure all the time. Well, it can be a factor, but more often than not, you would get the problems anyway, even in the wild. Lovely. Wait, what are you scared of, Graham?
Tsunami.
Why are you scared?
You never can.
What?
You never can. It could happen. You only take the inch.
We'd be alright here, like...
The cliff's only there.
Cliffs are 200 feet high.
They can climb the hill.
They can... Oh, tsunamis climb, do they?
They can get up. The sea swells
They
up.
climb as they generate power
Aye,
and
that's what I
force,
mean.
and then they climb up. You know what I mean? Not actually climb the hill.
They don't climb up, they crash over, and then they dissipate.
As they
No, but they dissipate afterwards.
It's like the sea swells up, doesn't it? It comes over.
Well, something swells up, but it's not the sea.
There's a lot of places going before you.
Yeah, there's other places have to worry before us.
At least you mean it'll be like, oh well, all of them worry about it, I'm a you know.
Ken Graham would suffer at home before we would suffer.
Aye, would I?
No, I wouldn't. Why not? Because I've got a jet ski.
But
Ride in the wave.
Is that how you ride the wave, is it? Never do that again. Come on.
They say never work with children or animals, and this next little fella is pretty much both, so he was always going to cause us issues.
No. Come on.
Situations like this can turn serious very quickly.
That didn't go very well.
The last thing I want this little guy to do is get his front legs through that gate and risk breaking them, so I need to get it open as quickly as I can. Craig seemed to be fearing for his life.
That's the only trouble when you put cattle that are too small for the race up the race. These calves are spring calves and they're still running with their mum. Craig was a little bit scared.
we think you'd do some damage, like.
Although I've shown you a few problems so far at this farm, the vast majority of these cows' feet are perfectly fine. They just need a little remodel and shape up to ensure that no problems arise going forward. Take this cow for example. This is typical of the feet that we're trimming on this farm, and very typical of the vast majority we trim at farms all across southwest Scotland. Cracks like the one you've just seen me remove are exactly what lead to the cow we saw earlier on. These cracks allow small stones and pieces of grit into them, which then exacerbate the problem, creating a real pinch point for the cow.
Right, so clearly this cow has got a serious issue. Just look at the height of the back of this foot. This heel is massively overgrown because she's avoiding putting all of the weight on here, meaning that it's not overgrown, but it is underworn. So I need to reduce the height of this because it's actually completely worn away on the inside here, because this part of the hoof horn is nice and soft and flakes away. These cows live a natural lifestyle, so it can just shed away, but this has not worn away because she's on soft ground and it simply isn't wearing away. The rest sheds away, it needs to wear away, and it's not being allowed to do that because the ground is so wet and soft here in southwest Scotland. Right, I need to reduce the height of both of these and clean that inner one up so that Kev can put a block on, because I can tell he is desperate to. He loves how you smile, don't you? It's too much love for Kev in the comments, by the way, please, people.
Keep it coming.
No, don't keep it coming. It kind of takes the shine off me, and this is all about me, isn't it, Kev? Remember that? Yeah? Layer upon layer of muck. As you can see, it's earth, soil, sod. So we're reducing the size of this outer claw while we've got the ground in our hand. But the primary goal right now is to prepare this inner claw ready for Kev to apply this block so expertly. Right, now that he's done that, i.e. you got the block in place, we can continue. Look at the amount of muck in there, that's unreal, isn't it? These cavities just fill up, obviously, just because of the nature of the beast, meaning the land, not the cow. It's tough stuff, even though it's broken apart like this. I don't want to take this too deep because these cows are outside on open fields and in fresh air. They heal up really well. Starting to get cold here in southwest Scotland. There's a bite in the air. Code Brown. We're getting there, aren't we? It's difficult to see now though. Please clean the feet, please clean the feet. I can hear you in the comments. I would love to, but there's no electricity here or running water. Not that I need electricity to clean the feet, but running water definitely helps. Just look at that in there. Cavern, as you can see all the different parts of Hoofhorn that are being eaten into. I find it fascinating, to be honest. Just going to get the hook of our knife and try to peel away these outer edges. Just flick them away without insulting that. Quiet in the background, please. Without insulting that corium. That's the corium you can see sticking out right there. Which, by the way, for clarity, should not be sticking out right there. This bit here just needs snipped away and we'll give it a clean up. Looking pretty good, actually. Quite chuffed with this. Chuffed is a funny word, isn't it? Does anybody know what a chuff is? I know what a chuff is.
Okay, you're going to ask me there and I don't.
No, you don't know.
No.
Chuff is a small black bird that looks a little bit like a crow, but has a red tinge on its beak and red feet. I know that because there are chuffs on this farm and they're incredibly rare. This is trimmed out really well. I'm actually really happy with this. Iodine is going to dry out all of this. It's going to dehydrate these soft areas of tissue, form a protective barrier and allow the lesion to heal underneath. Actually, pretty quickly. I genuinely love nice, straightforward trims like that. Trims where we've done a huge amount of good, she won't need to be seen again because that will heal up because of the environment that she's in. And trims that'll make the cow feel more comfortable instantly. And with that done, that is us finished here at my old farm for the day. Thank you very much for watching this episode of the Hoof GP. See you later, folks.